Hello and welcome to Entrepreneur Hero. In this video, we're going to present our opinion of the Square terminals that have just arrived in France for Entrepreneur Hero. We bought the terminals, we made transactions, and we'll give you our opinion. So don't hesitate to check out our discounts on the terminals with the link in the description. So our review on Square. We'll tell you what we think of the offer, we'll tell you what we think of the terminals, and we'll make comparison with other solutions like SumUp, Zettle, offers of the banks, and if it's a good choice for your company. If we start with the offer, it's really a SumUp-like model, very suitable for micro businesses. It's a model where you buy the terminals. We'll come back to this later. Square has two terminals, the Square Reader and the Square Terminal. You buy your terminal and behind you have no subscription, no minimum fees, only a commission on your transaction when you use it. The commission is 1.75%, which is very similar to what SumUp or Zettle charges. It's a little bit more than SumUp, which is 1.69%, but it's the same order. So it's a great offer for businesses that are just starting out that don't know how much they're really going to get because there's no subscription. On the other hand, if you have an established business and you're doing high-volume transactions and you have very specific needs, then offers like the bank ones will certainly be more suitable. So if we focus on Square's historical offer, which is the in-store payment offer with terminals, you have two terminals that you can buy from Square. The first one is this Square Reader, which is a very small reader with an incredible design. It's really small. If you compare it with the bank card, for example, you can see how thin it is. It's incredible. It's also much thinner than a SumUp or SumUp Air terminal. It's really very, very thin and very important. Let's start with the price. You can get a discount now by following our links which are in the description. Go have a look. This reader has a contactless reader and also a contact reader. There is also the Square Terminal, which is a standalone terminal with printer. But let's start the test with the Square Reader. It's a reader that disappointed us a lot. We are very impressed by the design, but in use, we find it not so practical. Here's why. A bit like the SumUp or the Zettle, it works by being connected via Bluetooth to a smartphone or tablet, so that's not really surprising. The Square app is amazing. It's worthy of what SumUp or Zettle can do. You can enter amounts, you have cashier software, and so on. But at the end, the idea is to charge the customer. So you enter an amount, and when you click on it, it immediately wakes up. It's ultra reliable to connect. And that's where the problem comes in. Because if you pay without contact, it's immediate. It works well. But if you want to pay by contact, the customer inserts their card. The problem is that they have to enter their PIN on your smartphone or on your tablet, so you have to hold out your smartphone or your tablet. It's something that's not very standard in the UK, which must be more common in the United States, Square's country of origin. This is, in our opinion, a payment slowdown, and we are a bit worried that the customers will be hesitant about entering their PIN code on another device, even if it's obviously secure. So that's a big flaw for us with the Square Reader. The design is sublime, and there is a little dock for contactless transactions which represent the majority of transactions. There is no problem. But if you pay with contact, we find that the way you enter your PIN is not very practical. In any case, in the UK and Europe, we tend to advise against it. And if you're interested in this use, having a small, really cheap reader, we advise you to opt for the SumUp Air or the SumUp Solo, which have a keyboard and therefore allow you to enter the PIN code. So that's for the Square Reader. With our link, you can get it, so don't hesitate to order it and make your own opinion. But here we are. We have a bit of a problem with this PIN code. So the alternative is to order this Square terminal, which also has a sublime design. It's like being at Apple in real life. It's worthy of the packs and modern terminals. And also with this Square terminal, you will be able to enter your PIN code directly on screen. Square sells it for £149. You can get it with our link, so don't hesitate. It's a terminal that reminds us a little of the latest generation terminals, where beyond the cash register, you can have applications directly on the terminal. You'll be able to find your cash register software. You can really customize the experience on the terminal. So if you want to opt for Square, for their services and their experience, we really advise you to go for this Square terminal, which has two defects. The first flaw is that it only connects via Wi-Fi. You can also connect it using an Ethernet cable, but you have to leave it plugged in. So you will have to have a hub where you can plug in an Ethernet plug. You can't have the Square terminal with a SIM card, which is what SumUp does with the SumUp 3G. So that's really a flaw for us because it's not a mobile terminal. You have to put it in a shop with a stable Wi-Fi, otherwise you can't cash in. That's good to know. The second flaw is the shape. It's made to be put down. It's not made to be held, and it's quite heavy and triangular. So it's really a terminal that should be left on a counter. On the other hand, it has a sublime design. Enough said. Next, it's a payment terminal in concrete terms. So you enter either an amount to be cashed, or you go to your catalogue and choose products. We only have one product, which is coffee. You can launch the sale, your invoice, and confirm and pay, and then the customer inserts his card and enters his code. So I'm going to do that in order to complete the transaction. It's ultra fast when you have good Wi-Fi. You don't have to print the receipt. You can have it sent via email or text to your customers. And you can also print the receipt. So to summarize, Square has an offer that is very competitive with what SumUp or Zettle can offer. Buying a terminal is not expensive at all. At the moment, you can even get the little Square Reader for free thanks to our links, and behind that there is no subscription fee, but rather a high commission of 1.75%. On the terminals themselves, the Square Reader is very practical for contactless, and we have reservations for the contact payment. On the Square terminal, sublime design, very fast, we love the applications on the terminal. We gave you a quick demonstration. You can have gift cards or rewards, or you can take the contact from customers. It's really the best. However, you need to have a stable Wi-Fi or you won't be able to cash in. So, that's it for this offer, at least on the terminals. And then we feel when we have the application and connect to the Square back office that it's a really strong company, which will allow us to have cash register software, to send a payment, pay online, or to connect other applications. We think that Square will very quickly correct its problems, but in the meantime, you can obviously try it out. Especially the small one that you can get for £16. But if you have a more precise need for cash, we advise you to use the SumUp terminals for the moment. We'll make another video to compare SumUp with Square in more detail. See you soon on Entrepreneur Hero. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video if you enjoyed it, and you'll be able to see our next tests on the channel.